Hey everybody, welcome to this month's Stamping for Scrapbookers. Today's theme is artsy craftsy stamp sets. I'm not using necessarily artsy crafty stamp sets. I'm using stamp sets in an artsy crafty way. That's my plan. I have lots of paper here that I'm not going to end up using. I have a photo that I'm going to be working with today, and we're going to start with lots of stamping. So I also have these beautiful oceanfront sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps and lots of inks. I have Stone Blue, Fiesta Blue, Aquatini, Hot Tub, Seafoam, Daydream, and Skylight. And these are all Catherine Pooler inks. The background I'm using today is a background that I created in my mixed media backgrounds class that you can access through my membership, and I will always leave that link down below. Starting my layout with this Catherine Pooler stamp set. This stamp set is called, hold on a second, let me find it on the package, Party Fans. We're not going to use them as party fans though. I know that this stamp set is right now, the second I'm doing this voiceover, in stock at a cherry on top, and I will link it below. And I think it is one of those stamp sets that every scrapbooker, if they want to get into stamping, it's a great stamp set to start with. Super duper easy to layer. The images, while technically are party fans, as you'll see here, really they're just fun circles that you can use for just about anything you like. So I am going to go ahead and stamp. I'm going to stamp each of the size circles in two shades of blue. You can see off to the right, I have the blues, like dark light, dark light. So most of them will be two colors, but then the seafoam ones, I just stamped the seafoam once for the bottom layer and then twice more for with the top layer to get kind of like a more monochromatic look. This whole layout is going to end up being monochromatic, and honestly, I think it's one of the coolest layouts I have ever made. I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to do all of this stamping with these layers, and then we are going to go ahead and switch our Misties, and I'm going to stamp directly onto my background. Okay, so here are all of those circles stamped and ready to go. Now I'm pulling out my ginormous Misty, and I'm going to put the mixed media background right into my Misty. So on top of this mixed media, I want to layer on some more shapes and some more circles. And I'm going to start that process with these stamps from Altenew. These are the halftone circle stamps, another set of stamps that I think are fabulous for scrapbookers. I use these all the time. And I'm not going to necessarily use the door on my ginormous Misty at first. I'm going to do some of the stamping just with an acrylic block because I don't need the stamps to be perfect. I don't need the stamping to be perfect. I just need it to be layered on top of this mixed media background. Now I know ahead of time that some of the areas of this particular background, because of what I used to create it, will make a little bit of a resist. So you'll see as I go down here and add circles that after I've stamped some of the circles, I'm going to kind of wipe away some of the ink so that I don't make a mess and get ink all over my fingers or all over my photo, because I would totally do that. So I'm just going to go continue on here, stamping these circles. I'm using all of those same colors that I showed you at the beginning of the process video, all those same Catherine Pooler colors. I'm just alternating them and using them to add some more texture and more color to the background. Now that I want to add just a little bit of stamping to the upper right-hand corner. And watch this. This is totally cool. So I'm taking that big stamp, the biggest circle, I'm inking it up, no acrylic block, no Misty, just smush it right there on the paper and then smush it again, and look at that. So you get this like messy, grungy kind of feel, and the same idea, you're getting some of that stamping, but it's going to kind of really complement all of the mixed media that is on the left side of the spread. I love how that turned out. I think that that is super fun to do sometimes just to see what you get because you're never quite sure. But it looks really, really cool. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put these circle stamps away, and then I'm going to pull out the next that I want to play with, which are these stamps from Chamel. Now, I am only using 3 stamps from this. This is primarily like a fall layout, fall kind of stamp set, which totally fine, but I want these little bubbles. I feel like these little bubbles are going to become like my most favorite and most used stamps ever. They're just perfect. They're like these perfect little bubbly shapes. So cute. I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to go through all those different ink colors. I'm just going to add in any little white space I feel like we need some bubbly action going on. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp these little bubbles. And look how cute they turned out. I love them. They're just so perfect. So next up, I want to go ahead and do a bit more. I want some little kind of, I don't know, like dribbly, but I don't know. Anyway, I can't describe to you why I needed this, but I wanted more. So I took the little confetti pieces from the Catherine Pooler Party Fan stamp set, and I'm using that just to add a little more texture, something different that's not a circle, just a little more fun. It's just like these little confetti pieces, and they just add this like perfect little kind of speckliness to my design that I really enjoy. So this is the last bit of stamping that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to grab the metal dies that go with my party fans, and we're going to die cut them. And now our layout is going to come together easy peasy, quick and easy. So easy. Okay, I'm going to start by gallery matting my photograph. This photograph is a 4x6. I have started a new album. So in December of 2018, after my grandma passed away, towards the end of the month, towards the end of December, we took the boys to the zoo, for Pittsburgh Zoo. We took them and we went on a warmish December day, and we went to see the penguins who were out of their enclosure. Like they had a little penguin walking. You know, you could kind of go and kind of march with them or whatever. I think that's what they call it, is March of the Penguins. Anyway, Logan had been asking us to go for a couple of years before this, but because of my grandma's fading health and different things, we hadn't been able to go. So we went at the end of December, and we spent the entire day at the Pittsburgh Zoo in December in the cold, and I took oodles and noodles of pictures. Well, I have been avoiding doing these photos because I have too many pictures, and I knew that there was no way that I could make them part of like my regular family album. Well, when I was going through all the photos, trying to decide how I was going to do this the other day, I said, you know what? No, I am doing a whole album with just the pictures from this day because I have enough pictures to do an entire album, and I really, really don't want to pick and choose. There were some super amazing shots that I got. And also my kids were borrowing my camera, and especially Logan, he took some really amazing pictures of some of the animals. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going for it. So now you're probably going to be seeing lots of really cool kind of zoo type photos coming up here, because I finally decided that I'm giving up on the notion of trying to scale back the photos and scale back all these pictures and just do a couple pictures, and I'm just doing them all. So that'll be that. Plus, I have so many pictures of penguins that are so cute. I cannot make a decision about which pictures don't get scrapbooked. So I'm just not going to. And I will do that. I'm just decided that's what we're doing. So you'll be seeing more pictures coming up in the next couple of months here, because now I'm just like, this trip was in 2018, so I'm like, okay, let's get these pictures scrapbooked. Now that I've figured out, I'm just gonna do a whole separate album about it. So I gallery mat my picture, and I put it up on foam tape, and that will make it kind of have pride of place against all of that colorful background. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab these thickers. These are iridescent thickers. They're from a Heidi Swap collection. I think they're old school. They're chipboard stickers, and in true American Crafts fashion, they don't stick. And in fact, some of them even were coming off. But I'm going to be using the title Under the Sea. And when you see the close-ups and you really get a good look at that photo, you'll totally understand why that is the title. And now the layout is just going to come together super quick. I'm going to kind of cluster and put these fun little circles in different spots around my layout. I'm also going to be adding these adorable oceanfront sequins. I chose these sequins because they have these little clear droplets in them that look exactly like water, which is totally perfect for this layout. So I'm going to kind of cluster these up, add them in different areas around my border just for some last minute bling. You know what? I will put the Spiegel Mom Scraps link down below as well. That way, if you want to grab a Big Mama roll of tape while they are still on sale, they are on sale for $15 through Monday. And then she also has some amazing like $1 sequins in her shop for Black Friday. So there's a big Black Friday sale over there that you can check out. So I will leave my Spiegel Mom Scraps sequin or my Spiegel Mom Scraps link in the comments below. And yeah, look how pretty this turned out. I'm so happy. First of all, when I created this background for the Mixed Media Backgrounds class, I was super happy with it. I thought it was so pretty. And then I loved being able to take that background and kind of elevate it and turn it into a gorgeous layout for all of you. Here are the close-ups. I hope you enjoy this layout. Please make sure to head over and check out Christina, Sandy, and Caitlin's layouts. They have amazing stamping layouts as well. I'm pretty sure they went artsy crafty too, but probably more literally than I did. I hope you all have a fabulous day. Bye.